So now what do I do? Well, I guess there's only one thing. There's something I'd like to know. Are you real? Can you feel?
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm being called to collective here. I have no idea what this is about, although I couldn't stop laughing. So I sure hope it's not the comedian from the last collective, although I don't think it is, because that one made me channel very grumpily. Is grumpily a word? I don't know. Suddenly I think I'm a comedian. I don't know what's so funny, but I literally couldn't stop laughing, and my forehead was tingly. So let's just take a look at this energy, okay? I don't know who this is for, but when I do collectives, they're definitely timeless, but they're timely, meaning whenever you come across the reading was meant for you. If you resonate with the description of this video, chances are there's a message here for you, and it's time sensitive, which is why I was called to do this reading today, right now. All right, passion. Oh my goodness. Well, are we reading them in the reverse? No, we're going to read them all in the upright. Okay, rejection. Oy. Jeepers creepers. Peace. Okay, and confidence and fear and anger. Oh my goodness. Okay, this message is coming through very strong. This could be your energy or somebody around you, okay? Chances are it's most likely someone around you, but I don't know. Whatever. It's not my job to dictate, although I like always sort of guessing who it is, just in case. But wasn't planning on doing another reading today, so if I'm weird, I could be weird. Somebody has a fear of rejection, essentially, okay? And they don't know if you're going to be peaceful or chop their head off, I guess, or be angry, I should say. Okay, there's contrast here. And so I do feel like somebody is missing you in a way sexually here, because we see passion. Okay, so desire, maybe they're missing you sexually. Maybe they're missing you in a way here that's very intense, clearly. I don't see a longing so much as I see a desire, you know? And then this confidence here is really just talking about this person going back and forth and not knowing whether they should approach or talk to you or communicate with you about this passion or come forward, and because they're not knowing if you're peaceful or angry. Okay, so this could be somebody you rejected or somebody who fears you might reject them when they communicate their passion for you. I don't know if you know who this person is. I don't know any of this stuff here, but I don't know. All we see is passion. So what are we going to do? We're going to take a look at this passion a little bit. Spirits, what is this person sort of feeling here with this passion? Let me take a look at this passion. So we see a King of Swords. Somebody's thinking up in their head. This King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And you're coming up as a Queen of Cups in reverse. So this is definitely somebody who you might have been emotionally invested in at one time, where you're no longer emotionally invested in this person. Okay, so maybe they're passionately desiring your emotions, your love. Queen of Cups is one of the most compassionate queens in the deck, caring and loving. And so right now, this King of Swords is trying to strategize and come up with a plan to communicate to you. Now, I don't know if they want to communicate about their passion or they're just feeling passionately pulled to communicate to you, but they feel like you're blocked here. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. They feel out in the cold. Maybe they put you out in the cold and now they're not sure if you're going to be angry about this. I feel like there's a 5 Pentacle in regards to where this connection's at, which could certainly indicate a separation, a breakup, or someone feeling abandoned or left out, pushed out, blocked. Maybe you block this person. Emotionally, this person feels cut out, shut out. 8 Pentacles. So this is the work. This is putting in the work. This is the dedication and commitment and the effort. Now, is this person What is this work card here? I'm not sure I'm in understanding what this means. Do they want to work on something here with you? They want to work on this passion. There's some effort here. They're wanting to, I'm not feeling this right now. Sorry. Let's go back to this actually. What is this 8 Pentacles here? So it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm seeing fire with that passion. So Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. I mean, we have everything but Earth here so far. So it could resonate. I'm feeling strong air energy. Why is this 8 Pentacles here, Spirit? Okay, Queen of Wands. Same energy as this Queen of Cups. This person is feeling shut out. They're feeling shut out and they're really being pulled by your energy. Yeah, look, 10 Wands. 10 Wands is where we can't know more, where you're carrying too much. Sometimes it's something better left put down, but it's feeling burdened, heavy. But 10 Wands also talks about passion, and this is the most passionate out of the tarot cards, when we're not counting court cards here, for indicating passion. This is like right before, I guess, we about to jizz in our pants. I don't know. We bust a nut. I have no idea. This is like some insane passion going on here where this person can no longer. So do they feel, are they projecting that you're not interested, or did you tell them you're not interested here? They feel left out. Did you leave them out, or is this a projection? Let's see, Spirit, what's going on with this message to the collective? So we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, which I was really feeling that fire energy here. What's going on? We see, yeah, look at even how this fell. 2 of Wands. This person's about to make a decision or come forward. 2 Wands could also indicate the beginning of a new partnership. Okay, so take this as it resonates. Although I do feel like is someone you might have been investing in emotionally, or somebody you dissed, or they're just projecting that you're not going to be interested here in them. Let's see. Let's get some more. Spirit, why are we seeing this? Yeah, they want to come forward and give you an offer here. And this is like a new beginning here. A new beginning. A pentacle is something fairly solid here. I'm feeling the beginning stages or the early stages of an investment here. And although we see a page and we could say, well, this could be somebody who's younger or mature, I'm not feeling this so much. I'm feeling this is a King of Swords who might be up in their head. Up in their head about making an investment and coming forward with an offer here. And look at all these emojis. We're seeing a whole bunch of happy faces. Do they comment on your social media? Maybe they're watching your social media. They're, I don't know, reacting. They're reacting to your tweets, your Twitteries. I don't know. Reacts to something here. Okay, let's see some more. Why are we seeing this? Why is this a timely message? Or else I would have just did a, how are they feeling about you? Spirit, why? Why me? Why this? Why now? What do you want? They probably want to know if you're angry or peaceful here. And I don't know, maybe you're this person up in your head, you know, and maybe this is why this reading's coming out. You want to know, you want the confidence here to approach. You don't want to be rejected. You're carrying this burden. You're about to jizz in your pants here. You want to make a solid offer, but you don't know if she's mad. Yeah. See, this is anger. So I have a feeling you know this person. Because why would you be angry? Like, we would just see them fear of rejection, but they're literally afraid whether you've gotten over something or you're still mad about something. That's really what I'm seeing. Like, are you still fired up here? Wow, look how those fell out. Spirit, what is this message? Why are we seeing it? Let's see. Generosity. So this is this Queen of Cups in a reverse here. I feel like this could have certainly been somebody you were very generous with. We see a 5 here, which is reflected back in this 5 Pentacles. I'm seeing stars, Aquarius. I don't know. Does this person want you to give? Leo, Saturn. I'm feeling this is someone you definitely know about. Romance, and it was in reverse, and I'm going to take it with the 2 again. Someone's making a decision here. I feel it's a romance gone bad, but they're wanting to make an offer here with generosity. Innovation. So that would be this energy. They're trying to come up with a way to approach, an innovative way, some way to come forward where they minimize maybe their chances of getting rejected. So they're trying to understand if you're happy or sad or angry. Yeah, resistance. Look at that. So they are holding themselves back, but I also feel like this person doesn't know if you're going to give resistance to them. Another 2. Definitely sitting with a decision here. Originality. 1111, you guys. So this could definitely be a twin flame connection if you resonate. Originality in reverse, which is opposite. Originality is the opposite of innovation. That's why it's in reverse. I feel like this person, oh my gosh, now I just got the download. Okay, this person, I don't know who's this all going to resonate, but this is really strong, okay? I feel like you and this person are definitely not talking, okay? It's a romance sort of from the past, for sure, I feel here. I don't feel it's anything new. And I do feel like this person might have repeated a certain behavior here with you that it doesn't fly or didn't fly. And I do feel like this person doesn't want to come in the same way they've always came in. Hence why they're up in their head, strategizing. How can I come in differently here? How can I be innovative about my approach and my offer? Look at this offer. And to me, that looks like a whip. A whip. Are they trying to well, now I'm getting the kinky again. Kinky. So maybe somebody that you had kinky sex with here, or really likes kinks or something like this. But what I'm really seeing is they want to strong arm you, or I don't know, control how this goes. They want to control how this goes. Ugh. Isolation. Yeah, see, they're wanting to come out of the doggy house, or isolation, or separation, or out of this. And I do feel this generosity is indicative of what they want to come forward with an offer here, which is something. So I don't see any sort of deception, but I do see strategizing and concocting, which I don't know why they got to do so much concocting here, But I do feel this generosity also took me back to this Queen of Cups. So it's like someone that you might have been very generous with. I'm seeing 2 people, and I'm seeing, handout, reaching, like a handout. I don't know. Maybe somebody you fed, clothed, bathed. I don't know. Scrub their bum. I have no idea what this person wants, but they're certainly wanting you not to be mad. That's a for sure. So let's see then, because maybe I'm reading for this person. Let's take a look if this Queen of Cups is mad. This Queen of Wands / Queen of Cups. Spirit. Okay. Let's dive into this. Okay, let's dive into this. I don't know if I want to know what's happened here between these 2. No, Spirit, I don't want to know. Let's just see. Where's this Queen of Cups at? Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. What's her energy? What's her vibe? Is she peace or is she anger? Where's she at, Spirit? Clear and concise message, the Queen of Cups for this collective. Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness. So what is this? She's focusing on self-love. She wants a new beginning in love. What is this? I don't feel all of these, but I do feel these ones. Oh my goodness. Somebody really wants to release. Release, release, release. Okay, Ace of Cups, self-love, the King of Pentacles. That's the card of commitment. Now we're seeing Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. 3 of Pentacles, work together. 7 Swords, deception. Doesn't want to be tricked. 8 of Wands, communication, fast-moving energy. There's the King of Wands to the Queen of Wands. Now we're seeing 2 Kings here, and we're seeing the 2 of Cups. Okay, how's the Queen of Cups feeling? I feel like this Queen of Cups is open to a partnership, but I feel like there's terms here in regards to working together and stability. And I feel like what she's experienced here was a lot of wands, passion, and deceit and lies. So she doesn't trust right now. So I could see why there's this sort of peace and anger. I don't see that she's angry so much as I see she's focused on starting a new beginning that's around love and is open to a balanced Two of Cups. Now, whether she's open to, I don't know, this King of Swords, I don't think so. I think she's open to a King of Pentacles. So who's this King of Pentacles? Is he someone in her world, or is he how she wants this King of Swords to be? I don't know. Maybe this is why they're no longer sort of together. But I do feel like that King of Swords might have been a little bit fiery when he was with her last, because we're seeing a whole bunch of wands here, and we're seeing a betrayal and a lack of trust, and potentially someone strategizing. So I don't think she wants to be a part of a strategy. But let's see, who's this King of Pentacles then? Is this who she's with? Oh my gosh. Oh, who she's with, who she wants. Like, is she already working with somebody here with this Three Pentacles? I feel like laughing again. Why is this funny? Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. Ten of Swords. Someone she's ended it with. She's ended it with this person. Seven of Cups. Yeah, now she's looking at her options. Nine of Cups. She walked away. So this queen walked away and put an end to this connection. And because we're seeing swords, it might have been pretty painful and pretty sudden. And I feel like things might have got left up in the air potentially. And maybe there's a need for closure or communication potentially. But I do feel like there was a walking away and there's a very painful ending. So I don't know if this is painful for both, but there's definitely a painful ending here for sure. Let's see. Can we see? I guess I'm going to have to. Sorry, I don't want to see the back end of this thing, but I'm never going to understand. Let me just see, please, so I know what I'm channeling. What happened here? What's going on here? Spirit, what is this? What is this all about? What is this collective message we are needing to hear right now? I don't feel done. I feel there's more. Okay. Okay. All right. It's not going to be fast, Linda. Happy Squirrel. This is a special card in this deck. Look, Happy Squirrel. Look, 23 messages. I have a feeling this person wants to explain themselves or something. And I'm really getting 3 pentacles from these 2 squirrels working together. They're looking like squirrels. Squirrels are about planning. And that's what this 2 wands was that was here. It's no longer here. 2 wands is about planning. I think that, okay, well, whatever. Let's see. Planning. King of Wands. There he is. Full of passion, full of fire, full of confidence. 2 of Pentacles. So he was maybe juggling her, not prioritizing, wasn't sure who to choose, wasn't sure how to work together or plan. There's an indecision here, or a back and forth, a need to choose, or being very busy and juggling this connection potentially. There's the 8 of Wands in reverse. So block communication, but definitely lots of fireworks. So lots of passion, but blocked communication. Something was very stuck because there was a lack of prioritizing. Now he wants to apologize, and he's feeling a little guarded and defensive, but he also doesn't know if she's guarded and defensive. And I don't know why he's still wearing this mask, or at all, period, before I start raging. And then now we have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So something stuck, and the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. And here's the High Priestess with 2 messages. Okay. Wow, you guys. 23 messages and 2 messages. I think this King of Wands. Okay, oh my gosh. So many downloads. I think what's happened here is this Queen of Cups had a lot to say. And I feel like that generosity is coming through, because I feel like she was handing her heart here. And I think she was communicating a lot. I think those 23 messages was from this queen. I really do. This is passing. And I feel like this King of Wands, who's a little bit cocky, by the way. It looks to me like he didn't respond or take it seriously or plan with her. Like there was an offer or an opportunity or a conversation about planning or working together, and he didn't choose. He hummed and hawed here. I think he slept on the wheel and he didn't communicate. So there's no messages. And now there's these two. There's only two here, and it's in the High Priestess. And so I feel like he wants to come forward. I don't know what he wants to say at all. I think he doesn't even know, aside from just this apology, or even this looks like a water bottle, but it's in the shape of a bone. So I don't know. Maybe it's something here just physical again, because I was getting a lot of physical sort of Juan's energy, like he's missing the fireworks and the passion, but I don't know. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of anything other than this. And the High Priestess here is, it's all about our intuition and what we don't see and what we don't know. And it's like he doesn't know how she'll respond. And there's these two, which is either peace or anger. And this is it. It's like he's here saying, is she guarded and defensive? And he's sort of not wanting to give up either. And he feels wounded, but he wants to approach, but he's not sure what message he's going to get back, the peace or the anger. It's unseen to him. And I feel like this Queen of Pentacles in reverse here could certainly be her pulled back, not being generous anymore or at all here, or maybe not communicating. Okay, so this is sort of what's happened. I think this is really the baseline, is there were 20, I don't know if that means anything to you guys, 23. Okay, but that's the number 5, and that is challenge and conflict. And I feel like there was communication that didn't get, I feel like he left her on red, or he didn't respond, or he didn't respond. And now she might have just pulled back, and now she's sitting here. Okay. Let's see. First, let's just take a look at some messages. What is he wanting to say to her? No. What was she saying? This is like a soap opera. What was she saying in those 23 messages? What was she trying to communicate? A drama. So, did he see her as drama, or was she being full of drama? Revenge. Oh my goodness. Drama, revenge, optimism, domination, concentration, manipulation, control, and flattery. I'm going to do 2 more. Inspiration and choice. Okay. This queen, she really felt like she was wrapped up in a drama. I think she felt that this King of Wands was full of control, trying to dominate her or trying to manipulate her in some way with that 7 swords. Because remember, she doesn't trust him. So there's some form of drama that she couldn't solve, or some sort of riddle. So I think there was a communication that was like an argument here with the 5. I'm getting 5 wands. Conflict, arguments. And I'm really seeing that oil of vitriol card, where the lion sort of bites the sun. I feel like somebody got burned here, and there was a confusing conversation that had no answer. Or obviously it went unresponded there with 23 messages, but I feel like he was strong-arming her or pressuring her or trying to control her in some way. I feel like she was trying to remain, I don't know, with this concentration here, remain centered, but like manipulation, domination, control. And in between this, we have optimism and concentration. It's like flattery. Was he trying to like pull one on her? Pull a fast one on her? Inspiration and choice. I think this inspired her to make a decision that he doesn't like. Yeah, I think she experienced something here she does not like with him at all. And I don't think she may have said something, or like just pulled her energy with this concentration, like concentrated on making a decision or a choice, seeing what she needed to see. It's like, I've seen enough. And now she's inspired to make a decision here. I've seen enough. I don't think she liked what she's seen here. Somebody controlling, dominating, but this flattery, like, I don't know, was he like trying to flex his muscles or something? Like, look at this revenge. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I do feel there was some form of an argument here. Okay, so now let's see. What is it that he wants to say? Let's use this. What does this King of Swords want to say, King of Wands? I really feel this is more of a King of Wands who's sitting all up in his head right now, is what I feel. Some sort of maybe inconsiderate or hot-headed type person here is how they're coming through. Now, whether they are or not, I don't know. But what is it that he's wanting to say? I want to be more than friends. Okay, well, that's that Page of Pentacles. So there's an offer here. What does he want to offer this King of Pentacles energy? You came closer than anyone. This is he trying to like woo her into believing that she meant something more to him. I feel you leaving me behind. Yeah, no shit. That's exactly what happened here. I don't react when people mention you. So again, there's this energy of, I don't know, that 8 of Wands in reverse and not responding to 23 messages coming through. I don't think this person communicates very well. I'm becoming a better person. Oh, okay. I wish things could be different. I'm starting to understand our connection. One more. And I want to feel that way again. What does he want to feel again? Us all ones. I have a feeling there's a real big block here I'm feeling. There's a block in communication with the 8 of Wands in reverse, not responding to 23 messages, which I find pretty funny. Sorry, but it is kind of funny. Then the riddle. Okay, and then there's no fucking gaps. So what does he want to feel again? Her insides? Spirits. Okay, these readings. There's obviously a reason here, and we're not getting to it just yet, because this doesn't seem very urgent. This just seems like somebody, well, maybe there's some sort of a realization of sorts here. I don't know. Someone's working on themselves. Let's see. What do we do? Let's get this. For the collective spirit. Can we see what is this message about? What's going on here in this dynamic for the collective and this King of Wands and this Queen of Cups / Queen of Wands poised? So is she, I feel like she is potentially ignoring him, but we were seeing social media. Is he like watching her maybe like in the limelight, or is she's like posing here? Time for a nap, a new life. And look at her. She's like having a new life, like she doesn't care. She's unbothered, mending, and he wants to mend this. He slept on this connection. He wants to mend on this. And I do feel like he wants to start anew by mending this connection. But I feel like she's just unbothered here. And look at the fox again. 7 swords energy. I don't think she trusts this dude at all, you know? With the moon too, things were very unclear. So, I don't know. Let's see some more. Why? There was no closure? Maybe there's a lot of questions? Yeah, and it's that riddle again. I feel like there was something unanswered or something like this. Observer. There's that fox again. Yeah, and he's watching her. Look at this. He's observer. He's watching her. And she's unbothered? Yin, feminine energy. There's a 2 again. Well, she's definitely in feminine energy here. Deep knowing. And beginning to understand her connection. Has he had an epiphany? He's seeing something here that's making him want to mend. Okay, he's seeing something. I think we're onto something. Okay, spirits. Let's see. What is the King of Swords energy right now overall? Let's see. What's the King of Swords energy? What's the King of Swords energy right now? It says immorality, bad inclination, crushing other, pretending, lack of values, money extortion, extreme, immediate profit, 66, immediate profit. I'm getting like, he wants a quick fix here, you know, and there's like a lack of values. And this bad inclination, I feel like, he feels she is like moving on from him, according to him. And crushing other is that whole dominating energy that was coming through. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, maybe that's his passing energy. Let's see. Oh, this King of Swords, what's his energy here? Ignorance. I see a bum. 23 messages, you guys. 2323 might be an angel number that's specific here. It says intellectual disability, lack of culture, nothingness, interior void, uneducation, and social engagement with the 5. Avoidance. Does he have like, I feel he just ignored her, but is it his fault? Like, I mean, I don't know. This is saying like an intellectual disability. Like, is he just slow? And now he wants a quick fix with this immediate profit or what? Let's see. What's his energy? Oh, I dropped a card. It is Peacemaker. He wants to make peace, you guys. Wish for recognition, reconciliation. So first of all, wish for recognition. This is, again, like how he made her feel. There was that, was it charity? What was it again? You know, that charity card that came through. Wanting to receive. Reconciliation, mediator, agreement, listening to yourself, awareness of your value. Lack of values, awareness of your value. So did she get awareness of her value and now he wants to make peace? Did she not know her value and she was putting up with an ignorant bully here? What is his energy? Truth, straightness, trustworthy, lawful, reality, objectivity, and compassion. I think she wanted truth from him. Is he going to be truthful? Is there some sort of truth here? What's his energy? Let's see. Humbleness, clear vision of your values. Oh my goodness. Modesty, realism coming through twice with reality and realism. Respect, gratitude, and right place. Loss, abandonment. That's the 5 Pentacles. Detachment, mourning, departure, separation, and distanciation. The Peacemaker. Forgetting and asserting oneself. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're putting the pictures together. It's repeating the same thing here. This King of Swords, who's up in his head, he's really feeling this loss here. Whatever he did, he slept on it. It wasn't a good energy at all. I think she does not trust him, and he's having to humble himself. And I don't know who's understanding their value. If she understood her value, it's not dealing with this no more and maybe seeking truth, or if he understands now and has a clear vision of what it was she was trying to communicate with 23 messages that was of value. Because I feel like there's a clear vision now of value, and maybe both are having it, but I feel like he's wanting to make peace, come with reconciliation. But I do feel like there's an immediate, maybe this is why they were arguing with this immediate profit. I'm feeling profit is like gaining for self. And, yeah. So, okie dokie. Can he approach her? Like, can they find peace? What are his intentions? I guess I should see, hey? Okay, wait, before I go into that, I'm just going to do one final snoopy over here to look behind the curtain. Something we might miss. Let's take a look. Spirits, what are we not seeing here in regards to what's really going on in this dynamic? Can I get the framework here before we look at him and all of that stuff? Framework for this connection. Clear and concise message. Thank you so much, spirits. What is this? Maturity. Oh, okay, so someone's seeing from a more mature perspective, but I still don't know who this is. Is this him or is this her? Guilt. Whoever was behaving poorly, which I really feel was him, is he feeling guilty now because she's leveled up in some way here with maturity? Adventure. I'm getting page energy from this. Okay, adventure. Let's see the framework. Maturity. Who's maturing here? Why does he feel guilt? Aloneness. He feels alone. The dream. The dream is lost. The rebel, the adventure, and suppression, and beyond illusion. Okay. Okay, this is the framework here. Whoever this king was, he's feeling guilty, which we already know. I think he was suppressing a lot of himself here with this suppression, and is still suppressing some part of what he wants to communicate. We saw 10 wands, and now we're seeing the 10 here of suppression, which is similar energy, but it's also giving me like a 9 swords up in the head. Look, he's like holding his head, holding head. Something's like in his mind about this guilt. And I feel like there's this calling, if you will, calling to this adventure, this new beginning. This is a child looking like they're about to explore some adventure. And there's the dream, and the dream, he's looking into the distance. There's a couple here. It's like the dream partnership, the dream couple, my dream person to explore this. And I think this person with the rebel rebelled against this, or is rebelling against it. Look at the chains. Maybe he didn't want, again, with that King of Pentacles, didn't want commitment or didn't want to be chained down. But like all these chains are like busted. And over here we have a bunch of ropes. So I don't know if he is feeling held down, doesn't want to be held down, doesn't want to be chained down, or is like breaking these ropes of the rebel in order to explore this adventure, or is Two Pentacles about this. Do I commit and get roped in? Get roped down? I don't know. Someone is fearing commitment, or do I break these chains and rebel against something innately in this person that is chaining? Because I'm getting devil, Capricorn energy, and I'm really getting this person's devil, this king's devil, is the chains, which is our own thought patterns or unhealthy mind stories or beliefs that we have that are generally constructed from limitations, however they're formed, that don't allow us to move forward in life. And I feel like this person is wanting to either rebel out of it. Rebel out of it, or they would have to rebel out of it in order to go on this adventure. And I think that she might be under one sort of understanding here, because this is beyond illusion. So it's like the truth, which we were seeing over here, is beyond this conception or this understanding, because he was suppressed. But I don't think he's mature enough here for a commitment. I think he's still a page. And I think she's closed her eyes. Like she's maturing here, meaning he's missing out. Like she's maturing, she's closed her eyes to him, she has her back here, her energy is over here, and I feel he feels alone, and he doesn't like this energy at all. Yeah, okay. So he's alone, is the one that got away. He's envisioning a future, an adventure here, but it would require him to break the chains of old patterns or something that binds him, or some belief story. He would have to rebel, but it's falling right on fear. So I do feel there's a fear of commitment, and then there's a suppression of how we actually feel, and then feeling roped down by, I don't know, maybe not being able to communicate, or roped down by commitment in some way, and then feeling guilty, because I feel like there was a lot unsaid with the riddle and suppression. That's the framework. Got it. Took us a while, but we got there. So let's see. What is his intentions, I guess, eh? Should we use the big tarot? What are his intentions? Spirit, what are the kings? The king of swords, he feels more like the king of wands energy, but right now he's king of swords, all up in his head. What is this king of swords intentions right now? Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so that answers that question. In regards to, is it just sexual, you know? We have it in reverse here, but I feel like he's just lacking the confidence right now to know what her mood is. The King of Cups in reverse. So is he still emotionally unavailable, or is he just suppressing his emotions? There's definitely somebody here who, this is the first time we're seeing cups, who has a difficult time expressing their emotions. Judgment in reverse. He's not seeing something here still. He's not seeing something or understanding something about how he feels. Something's blocked here. Yeah, but he still feels bad. Here's the Five of Cups. So the only cups we're seeing is the regret again. And look, he feels bad that he didn't contribute. And this is that generosity. And there was the taking. There was an imbalance. So maybe he took. And now he's looking back, feeling bad, looking at our 23 messages. And now this like, I want to move forward and level up. But to move forward and level up, he'd have to deal with this. And I think he doesn't know how to deal with this. He doesn't see or understand. But I also feel like she's moving forward with this 3 Wands. And maybe she's turned her back. And so they have their backs turned to each other. What is this Judgment? What's his intentions? A new beginning, to start a cycle again, and he doesn't want to argue. Okay. Now I see why. Okay, in the World. And I don't usually read bottom of the deck in reverse, but this is closing out a cycle. There's 3 Pentacles. Okay. And I see Judgments. And I see a Fool. It always worries me because that means we're repeating a cycle, especially Judgment still in reverse. We didn't learn lessons, and then we want to repeat cycles and have new beginnings, and we just want to gloss over arguments, and we don't want to argue or cause conflict because we just feel really bad and we're really in our head. But yet we did nothing about our feelings. We didn't understand what went wrong. We just know we feel bad and someone's moving forward and that it was imbalanced, or that we feel bad because we want again. We want what we had. Now it's taken away, but I want what I had, but it's taken away, but I want what I had. So it's taken away. Now I feel bad. Okay. And so I feel like she's moved on, or there's this leveling up that's happening here, and it's closing out the cycle. And I feel like, again, this is pulling through. When we did these playing cards with our energy, we got a King of Pentacles and a 3 Pentacles, meaning if you're not going to do this to contribute 1 pentacle, then we can't build. And so if we can't build together, then I feel she's closed this out. And clearly he's blocked here, but his intention is to not argue. His intention is to have a new beginning. His intention is, I don't fully still understand, but I know I feel bad. That's his intention. Okay. That's the extent. So now that we have his intentions, let's take a look at his actions. What are his actions then, Spirit, based on these intentions? What's the most likely action that he's going to take in this connection? And then we'll take a look if she's peaceful or angry, in case you're the king coming here. Justice. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles coming out again, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. I feel like he wants to do anything except for emotional work. I feel this person is really emotionally blocked, emotionally unavailable. There's a need to focus on love of self, but I feel like he wants to put in the work to, I don't know, this energy came through last time. Like, I don't know, what does he want to do? He wants to put her IKEA furniture together and, I don't know, paint her baseboards? Like, what does he want to do? Housework for her? Put up the picture? The mirror? Here he feels bad. The same spot. He wants a new beginning. That's all he knows. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Surrender. 10 of Wands. Now it's in the reverse. Okay. You guys, what's this person going to do? The Lovers. He's sitting in it with a choice. Justice and the Lovers. I feel like this is very karmic. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers in this Justice. Some lessons having to be learned. I don't feel it's learned just yet. Why? Because I feel like this king is trying to maneuver, strategize a way around what he's being called to do here. And I feel like until he understands fully what this is, now this doesn't mean he has to choose anything out of force, but understands. And I think he's running away from looking at emotions. And so I feel like he wants to come forward because he's in this great suffering, pain, and regretting everything that's sort of happened here, and just wants to gloss over it and have a new beginning. But it stops short here because he's saying, I would have to surrender to the fact that if I come forward and I don't address these feelings, this queen is going to be asking me about what sort of work am I putting on building this future. And if I build a future, I kind of have to, it goes hand in hand with me being available here. And so this is why this is stuck. And so there's kind of a catch-22 here, but he wants to repeat a cycle here where he can show up and just sort of start from ground zero and really not deal with this gray area. Because I feel like he's capable of, like I said, putting the IKEA furniture together, but I feel like if it becomes long-term, I think that there will be a question again about whether this person is capable of providing love or offering a cup here, and he's blocked. He hasn't fully surrendered, and I feel like there's this overwhelm of having to deal with this, not knowing how to deal with this, not knowing how to progress with this. But it's not stopping him from wanting a new beginning. So we have Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Look at the Emperor. And so I'm still feeling like, even though he's in the upright here, I'm feeling shadow. Because this is like controlling. This is like master manifester. The Emperor is going to manifest what he wants. But generally, it's like a plan of action that he carries out, you know? But he generally does the right thing. And it's right beside justice here. But I feel like there's a selfishness of doing the right thing for himself. It's kind of what I feel here. So Aries under there. Oh, what's under that? Strength. He's holding himself back. He's really passionately pulled. There's no problems dealing with his passion, but I think he's really blocked when it comes to emotions. So he's holding himself back. Leo energy. What's under that? Ace of Pentacles. There's a new beginning here, but this would be a solid thing that would have to get nurtured. Why is it blocked? Two of Swords. He has to make the right decision. He's sitting indecisive. There's the Hierophant. That's the commitment. So this Ace of Pentacles would lead to a Ten of Pentacles, which would mean he'd have to commit here. And he's sitting on the fence here. Remember how he felt with the ropes and the chains? So he's holding himself back here from stepping into his full divine masculine energy here. And that's his calling with the divine here. So he's sidestepping, shimmying. I don't know. What's it called? Two-stepping. Okay, so thanks for coming out, Guy. Let's take a look at then the Queen and see her energy and what's going on here with her. The Queen of Cups. So what are her intentions then? What are this Queen of Cups intentions? Oh, I said queens. Is there a third party here? What's this Queen of Cups / Queen of Wands? I'm feeling she's in a Queen of Wands energy right now. Or a reverse Queen of Pentacles when it comes to this connection. I don't think she's providing anything here. I think she's completely removed. Let's see. What are her intentions? She wants to build something that's actually going to stand the test of time. Look at this Two of Cups. It's in reverse. A balanced give and take. It's ended because there wasn't an ability to build a Three of Cups. Was it a third party? Does she want reconciliation? I don't know. Let's see. Why is this Ten of Pentacles here? Got to work together to build it. Again, this is like the third time we are seeing this from her energy. She wanted to work together. This sometimes is also the counseling card, like counseling. Like it takes day by day conflict resolution, working together to come up with a plan to build something in the practical world. This is family, commitment, long-term. It didn't work. And also this is a block in emotions. And this isn't an equal give and take. There's a block here. And this could mean a reunion. This could mean celebration. This could be friends. Maybe she's out having a good time, you know? Look at this. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Cups. We have succession here. Okay, let's see. Why is this 3 cups here now then? What's this 3 cups here? 7 of Cups. She's... Okay. 9 Swords, Page of Swords, and the King of Wands. And there's the Knight of Swords. And he is in reverse. Okay. So, how's this Queen feeling? This Queen feels as though she had to block giving her a cup. And she's not interested in a new beginning here unless it revolves around commitment and a build and cooperation and collaboration. And I feel like she thought this connection was emotionally not balanced at all. I don't think she was getting her cup filled. I think she's put an end to this and she's exploring other options. If not, she might be dating, if I got to be honest, okay? For some of you guys, a small percent, she might be contemplating what would happen if there was a reunion or a reconciliation because she remembers what it was not. And so there's a lot of anxiety about having to maybe make a decision here or going back to a connection here that wasn't fulfilling. Because I do feel like she sees this King of Wands as someone who's ghosted and abandoned her and is a little immature and a little bit more concerned with his own sort of energy than he might have been with emotions and filling cups here. Yeah, so what's her intention? I don't know because I'm getting this blurred thing here. Like, is she dating other people? Like, she certainly doesn't like the experience she had with this King of Wands, which, by the way, is more Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's 2 Pentacles. Sorry, these come out very weird. 2 Pentacles in reverse. She didn't want to be juggled. She didn't want to be a priority or an option. She didn't want it to be open-ended here. She didn't want to be juggled. And what else? The 5 of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Swords again in reverse, ghosting. And there's the King of Wands. There's the Magician. Okay. What's her intention? 5 of Pentacles. I don't think she feels good. She feels abandoned. And she also might be up in her head here about what has happened here. Because she's come up with her intentions with the 9 of Swords. And this is the card of abandonment. She feels betrayed here by something that was imbalanced and not being prioritized. And she sees this King of Wands as being selfish and a nobody won. And as far as she sees this as something of the past, I don't think she even wants to engage, if I got to be honest. And she sees this King of Wands as being very manipulative, maybe selfish, self-focused, and that he's doing whatever's in his best interest and hurt her in the process. And he didn't know how to choose or prioritize her and might have put her in third-party situations or prioritized events, people, things outside of this connection and made things very confusing with that riddle. I think she was very confused. Like, where do they stand? Is he committed to her? Is there something workable here? I don't think she wants to feel like this anymore. So that's her intention, is like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Yeah, okay. So that's her intention, but let's see what she'll do then. What is she going to do? So I don't think she's sitting there having nightmares as a 9 of Swords. I think she's, her intention is, I don't want to be in a situation that's like that. You know, and maybe she's considering dating for some of you guys, but I don't know. Let's see, because we'll see her actions. This will definitely see if she's dating or I don't feel that one's right. What is the Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands going to do next? What is she going to do next? I feel like she was in that poised energy and she was sort of, I don't know, there's some sort of glow up there. Oh, look, it's 9 Swords. She not wants to feel this way, or is she feeling this way? Let's see. What is she doing? What is she going to do next? She's not going to invest, that's for sure, in anything that gives her nightmares. She's coming out of that. she coming out of healing? Or does she need to slow down? Let's see. She's letting this connection go. She's letting the anxiety go. There's the courage to move forward, indecision, Ace of Pentacles, Seven Swords, and the King of Cups under that in reverse. Okay. If you're the king contemplating coming forward, I think she sees you as somebody who's trying to sneak one over on her for the simple fact that you're not open with your emotions or expressive, or like you lie about them. And lying can be lying by omission, lying by suppression, lying by action and things that show opposites. And right now she feels like either you don't love her, or there's a block to love, or you're emotionally unavailable. And that's all you want to do is sort of be like a Knight of Wands, you know, come hot and heavy, or come in with a lot of fire, but not a lot of meat. I'm going to leave that there. And so what this is talking about is she doesn't want imbalanced situations that give her anxiety. And she's had to use her courage here to let go. Because I think at one point she was maybe really hanging on to this situation and invested in it. This was like something she was really invested in. And she's like, I'm letting go because it creates a lot of sleepless nights here. And I do feel like she is needing to heal. I don't feel she is fully healed. And I feel like she is indecisive in regards to where she's going to invest now, or where her new beginning is going to begin. But I do feel like one thing is for certain. I don't feel she wants to invest in the nightmare that she feels is headed her way, or that she was involved with. That's a for sure. Okay, so we have a Leo, and we have a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and that's that. So now, should we see the outcome for these two then? What's going to happen if... on my back. I don't know if I want to use these. Let's use these. Okay. What's going to happen when these two... I don't know. But most likely, this king is the one who's probably going to approach. So let's see. What happens... Why did I put those back? Okay, I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to do the layups. Let's see. What's going to happen with these two outcome when they come together? And I'm going to just assume when the king sort of approaches or communicates. What's going to happen with these two? Let's take a look at his side. Yeah, determination. So again, like, I don't know, with that whip, with that control, with that like domineering emperor energy, it's like I get what I want when I want. With this determination, I'm not sure I like it. Strength, strong arm, because I mean, strength could be courage, you know. Now he's a little more confident and courageous, but I feel more like there's this like, I don't know, and I never say toxic masculinity ever. That's what I'm feeling with isolation. So, okay, driven by isolation, but I'm going to be determined to get my way. Maybe I'm going to be confident here, because I don't want to go back to the Five Pentacles and the Five Cups that I was experiencing. Okay, let's see her energy. If they come together, what will her energy be like? Sweetness. It is in reverse, so maybe she's just withholding sweetness. I do feel it is in reverse. Aw, peace. So she's in peaceful energy. I think she just wants peace. Look at that. She wants peace and healing. I'm about to cry. Leave her alone. I don't think she wants anything to do with a strong arm at all. You know, in fact, I feel she's like holding her heart back here. Let's see. What's going to happen with these two? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? I think she definitely doesn't trust. And I think instead of fixing it, I think he's trying to like, I don't know why it feels like it's like a bully type energy, you know? Rather than a soft energy. It seems very domineering. I do feel like he might feel out of his element. I don't know, either apologizing or coming in sweet. He's taking the more sort of strong approach that makes him feel more confident. But I don't know that that's going to work, if I got to be honest. We'll see. Ten of Cups. Oh my goodness. Ten of Cups. Okay, so now we know potential here is full emotional fulfillment with these two. I think they make each other very happy. Three of Wands. Progress. Nine of Swords. The mental prison. Six of Wands. Success. Ego. Moving forward. Not moving forward, being celebrated, being seen, being appreciated. Ace of Swords, new beginning and truth, clarity. Five of Cups in the same spot that we keep getting for him, feeling bad, feeling isolated, feeling regret. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Nine of Cups, Queen of Cups in the reverse again. Right on this Five of Cups. So this is the Joker card in this, which could be the Knight. No, the Fool. The Fool in reverse. A block to a new beginning? Aquarius energy? What is this? Not repeating a cycle. Three Swords. Ooh, owie, owie. And Eight of Cups. What a bag of mixed messages. So, I got to tell you guys what I see here, because I see quite a bit here. I see there being truths, which is always a delight. These truths might lead to clarity, and this clarity might reveal either the potential that is there or the potential that was there, or the reality that maybe this was just a potential. But one thing is for certain, there's heartbreak and there's walking away. And I don't know if this is talking about walking away from Three Swords in our heart once we have truth and clarity, so we can leave the heartbreak in the past, or we walk away because we're heartbroken here once we find out some form of truth. Because I do feel like there's a block here to this Fool, but I think this is a good thing. Because I think that the Fool, if it was like this, it'd be like a foolish sort of new beginning. Like, let's just not even talk about the past. Let's just start over and repeat cycles and humdy-ha and pretend like nothing mattered here. And I feel like this isn't going to work. I feel like there's a need for a new beginning in truth, not a new beginning in Fool. Through adversity, there'll be truth. Not through just leave the baggage behind and leave whatever's happened in the past and let bygones be bygones. That's not what's going to work here. So if he wants to come in, he's going to have to address the past, be honest, and address the riddle, whatever was the riddle there. And I also feel like for him, I think he wants to be confident that he could succeed here. So I think if she wants some form of Ten of Cups with him, if she thinks it's possible, but she's hurt, it's saying like, allow him the stage to maybe express the truth here, to be seen, but I feel as though this is coming from an energy here that if his confidence is up, he's more than likely to be honest and open. And if he is feeling less confident, he might not be comfortable with coming forward with the truth here. And so it really depends on one another and the dance of these two people, because I do feel like there was a lot of heartbreak, and I do feel like it could result in a walking away, from this connection as a whole, or it could end up a walking away from the past pains once we air it out. But we need to be in the right energy to air it out. And what's going to create this right energy is like, I'm feeling like this king wants the confidence to be able to present his business case, because I feel he's determined and he wants to be seen and he wants success here. And it's like, okay, but success is stemming around this communication. And I also feel like there's a big need for him before he comes forward to address this Eight Swords, which is a limiting thought that he has or idea that doesn't allow him to move forward when it comes to this connection with the Three Wands. This is all about taking it to the next level, progression, expansion. Like, how's he going to want to move forward here? He has to resolve this limiting thought, those ropes, those chains that are around him, because he doesn't want to feel five cups. Or Five Pentacles, isolated, regretting, sad, thinking about the one that got away, the dream, the Queen of Cups, the loving person here, which I'm really seeing in her energy here for sure. This Queen of Cups energy is soft. It's loving. It's compassionate, it's peaceful, it's tender, it's sweet, and it's very healing and therapeutic. I feel like it's blocked here, and he doesn't like this. And so here she is, wanting peace. But I feel like her face is turning away from this connection, and she does have a guard with withholding her love here, because I think her priority here is healing. And so if this truth is going to bring healing, I think she's all about it, no matter how painful. But if it's not in truth, I don't think she wants to deal with it. I think she's going to walk away with the heartbreak that's been experienced here, because I feel she's experienced this heartbreak. Now, whether this king's experienced heartbreak, I don't see it, because I feel like he's so detached from his heart. What I'm really seeing in the cups over and over and over again were reversals of cups, which means a block in emotions, and a big old 5 of cups everywhere, which is the only way he ever feels bad is when he's missing out. A FOMO, fear of missing out on, someone giving him love, fear of missing out on receiving that charity, regret, maybe because he's left out in the cold, or he's feeling isolated, or he's no longer feeling seen or appreciated in some way, That's the only cups I see. But all the other cups, no go. There's a big block, emotionally unavailable. But I feel like it goes hand in hand, because if he's like, he needs to deal with his 8 swords, which is whatever he believes why he cannot move forward. And I feel like why he can't move forward is really because they go hand in hand with his emotions. He's going to have to deal with his cups. There's the page, or the Knight of Wands. Yeah, and stop coming in like a Knight of Wands. Like, he keeps coming in like a Knight of Wands. Like, if anything said Knight of Wands, this is Knight of Wands, this is Knight of Wands, this is Knight of Wands energy. Like, it's all fire, 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 fire. Like, I don't know why he thinks she'll be turned on by fire. He needs to come in with cups. 7 Wands, a little bit defensive, but I feel like this is defensive if all of a sudden he feels like he's not being confident. If she doesn't support his confidence, he's going to be defensive. But I feel like this is him wanting to fight for this connection, because we were seeing that, what was it? I don't know what card was here. Like, he wanted to fight for this. King of Wands again. Look at all these wands. You guys, I think this reading is pretty much almost over. We're just going to see what he's going to say to her, and then I'm calling it quits here, because I think we did get advice for both. I think if she wants a 10 Pentacles and working together 3 Pentacle, I think she needs to deal with honest truths, and maybe allow this king to kind of have some sort of stage here. Now, she doesn't have to do anything, but if she doesn't, I feel this king is going to get defensive, That's in his nature, and her nature is to be peacekeeping. She wants healing. She doesn't want drama, and I feel like he's going to create drama if it goes left. So let's just see. What's he going to say to her? What's he going to say? Is he actually going to tell her truth? And what is this king going to say to her? I love you unconditionally. Wow. Okay, well, I wish things could be different. I want to feel that way again. That's what we saw last time. I want to tell you how I feel. So will he, though? I want to tell you how I feel. I love you unconditionally, right under it. I think he wants to. I don't think he's going to, because I wish things could be different. I wish I could tell you how I felt. I wish things were different. I wish I could connect to my feelings, because if I could, I would tell you that I love you unconditionally. But I want to feel that way. I don't even know if he was connected to feelings, or how he would even know. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Yes, well, we saw that. I know that I crossed the line with you. I think that has something to do with the 23 missed messages or whatever. I hide who I really am from you, and so many things remind me of you. I remember every detail of that day. So here you got it. He's not going to communicate emotions. I feel he's stuck still. He's going to pray, hope, cross his toes and his fingers that he could be different, things could be different, and all of that. And I feel like maybe the more she allows him in his confidence, he might have space to feel okay with this. But I still feel, even with space, I don't feel he's coming out. I feel like he just wants to know she's not moving on here. And he knows what he did here, cross the line. So I do feel like I'm getting this feeling that he's might have repeatedly done something like this. And it might have been once too many and crossed the line, And it's like, now I just want to feel your energy again. So what do I got to do? There's kind of a desperation. What do I got to do to get you back? But I really don't want to get pushed to the limit of when I got to actually deal with my 8 swords and what's really going on with me, you know? But I feel like this, I hid from who I really am from you is like my emotions were never revealed. That's why I was with 7 swords. And so you've experienced the 7 swords version of me, which is why you don't trust me, instead of me telling you exactly how I feel. And that remember every detail of that day. I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, you know? Maybe he feels like, I don't know, I'm getting like my heart sinking here. So I don't know. Maybe she walked away, you know? Maybe they're in a heated debate and she walked away and he remembers this. And I do feel he's up in his head, you know? Thinking of her, seeing everything, sort of reminding him of her. But do we want to see what she would say to him? Because I keep forgetting that maybe he's on this other side, you know, he's just having a difficult time with emotions. Like, what would she want to say? Let's use different ones. Let's use these ones. And then I'm out of here. My goodness. What is it that this Queen of Cups wants to say to this king that she doesn't trust? What would she say? She wants peace. And she wants a 10 of Pentacles. And she wants a 3 of Pentacles. Let's see. What would she say? I am working on myself each day so I could come back to you. Okay. I think she's probably feeling like intuitively that's something that he's doing. Maybe we are better off separated. Yeah. I have a feeling that unless he works on himself so that he can come back correctly or healed in some way, she feels they're better off separated. I feel she feels it's more drain than it's worth, you know? It's kind of what I'm seeing here. The thought of you drives me crazy, and I still love you, and I can't stop thinking about you. So there's still feelings here for sure. We'll get 4 more. What does this Queen wants to say? I do feel there's a lot of sort of healing going on here. I know what you mean to me, and I'm ready to be with only you now. Again, I feel like this is maybe what the issue was. Like, she wants commitment. She wants to know that she's not 7 cups and 3 cups, but is not prioritizing her and choosing everyone but her. I hurt myself by letting you go. Yeah, I think she didn't want to walk away. I think that was a very hard decision for her to make. I don't understand what this connection really is. I think she's doubting this connection now, and you're so beautiful inside and out. So lots of love here. No other compares to you. So lots of love here. I feel there's a lot of hurt. I feel it was hurt walking away. And I feel like her energy really is talking about her desire to have an improved version of him at the end of the day. But it's like, if he's not going to be able to improve himself or come back healed, it's like, maybe this isn't the best sort of path for me. Although there is intense love here. And I feel like she's constantly thinking about this connection. But I think she's also doubting maybe, you know, what this connection was about and whether she should invest here, because I do feel like it was a tough decision to walk away. And I don't feel like she wants to sort of go back on this, you know, because it was already hard to walk away. But I don't feel she's dating someone else. I feel like she's still healing is what I feel here, you know, still healing from this, if I got to be honest. So now I'm done. Good luck, collective, with this energy that's going on and around you. And you got to let me know in the comments if there's communication. 23 missed messages. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get the next one. Bye-bye.